Hey Pokemon fans, do you enjoy our content? If so, consider contributing to our Patreon. As little as $3 to $5 a month goes a long way, and it helps us to create content for years to come. While you're here, want to know the best place to purchase all your TCG needs? Sunshine Games has everything you need at unbeatable prices. Their location in Tampa, Florida is also the friendliest place to go to shop, play, and relax. Check out sunshinegamesonline.com or come by the shop. We'll see you tomorrow.
What's up everyone out there and here? Happy day. Hope you're all taking care of yourself out there, because today we've got our very first deck profile from Brilliant Stars, and that's going to be my Arceus VSTAR deck. Now, there are so many ways you can build this deck. It's incredible. You can do dark, you can do rainbow. I've seen a Duraludon version do well recently. You can do a metal box, grass, just whatever you want. Like every type out there you can do with Arceus VSTAR. It is honestly amazing. But today I'm going to be showing you guys my dark version of the deck, because dark's my favorite type. And I just like the cards we have available for it. But again, there's so many ways to do this deck. So without any further delay, let's get right to the deck. Gonna be running the main deity of the newest game himself, 4 copies of Arceus V. Now we've got, go ahead and take a look at him right here. The attack Trinity charge is really what it's all about. For 2 colors, you search your deck for up to 3 basic energy and attach them to your Pokemon V in any way you like. So this is a massive accelerator right here. Not to mention, now with the new double turbo energy, we have a way to pull this off turn 1. So this is a deck you really want to go second. Excuse me, I had a hiccup there. The faster you guys do this, the faster you get all your energy accelerated, the much better off that you will be. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the double turbo energy that I'm talking about now. So this is what you're going to be using to put on your regular Arceus V here. Double turbo, this counts as 2 colors energy. It can go onto any Pokemon, so it's not like twin energy, but your attacks do 20 less damage, which that's perfectly fine. You're not trying to take knockouts or anything like that with Arceus V and VSTAR. The main purpose of the Arceus cards is to charge up your energy and use the VSTAR ability. That's it. You're not trying to take the knockouts here. And speaking of Arceus VSTAR, I am running 2 copies of the VSTAR. I know I'm kind of committing a sin here. I had to proxy one of them. Please forgive that for me, but I do have the shiny secret rare right here, so I hope that makes up for it. So yes, this card is, oh my god, it's amazingly busted. The Arceus VSTAR here. Trinity Nova, 3 energy, 200 damage. Search your deck for up to 3 basic energy, attach to your V in any way. Like, it's the same thing as the Trinity charge, except this does 200 damage or 180 if you have that attached. Again, perfectly fine. You're not trying to do damage and knock things out with this. Not to mention 180 twice, that's still 360. You're still 2-shotting everything. So nothing wrong with that there. And Starbirth. Oh my god! Starbirth. Oh, this VSTAR power is stupid. You can only use VSTAR powers once per game. It can be an ability or an attack. During your turn, you search your deck for up to 2 cards. Yeah, that's your ability. It's once per game, so that's why I'm seeing a lot of decks only run 2 VSTARs, because you only use it once per game. But still, it is just stupidly busted. Like, it's incredible. Like I said, I can't stress this part enough. There are so many ways you can build this deck. You do not have to go to dark version at all. But if you are going to go to the dark version, 2 copies of Moltres, Galarian Moltres V is definitely the way you want to go here. Or burn 190, good for 2-shotting things. And Dire Flame Wings, once during your turn you may attach energy from just, a dark energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon, and you can only use 1 of the ability per turn. So if you have 2 on the bench, you can't use them both. So this way it assures you that the energy acceleration does not end with Arceus. Like, you can keep it going, and it's just an incredibly fun time. Speaking of Moltres, we are running 1 copy of the baby Galarian Moltres here. Both its ability and attack are really good to just end a game with. The ability is Malevolent Charge. There you go. Actually, let me go ahead and put these up here, because this one's not as common. when you play this Pokemon from your hand, you get to attach two dark energies from your hand to this Pokemon right here. So it's another way of turboing out this card. And you got Fiery Wrath here for 20 damage, and it does 50 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. So late game, let's say you're not doing too well, your opponent's already taken like 5 prizes. You put down the Moltres, power it up with the energy, and let's see here, 5 times 4. So yeah, that's 220 you're doing right there for just one baby card right here, which 220, that's the magic number for one-shotting the majority of the basic V Pokemon. Ready? And we also are running 2 copies of the Hoopa V. This is actually a very good card for this deck right here for its ability to face. As long as this Pokemon is in play, it is both Psychic and Dark. Arceus here is weak to fighting, and obviously I know in a card game not all fighting types are weak to Psychic, but the majority of the popular ones are, so you'll be able to hit them for weakness with Hoopa, just to help with that matchup there a little bit. Shadow Impact isn't terrible either. It does 170, and you can put 3 damage counters on one of your Pokemon. Not terrible. Again, it's really more just to cover more types for weakness. And for the last of the Pokemon here, we are going to be running 1 copy of Crobat and 1 copy of Lumineon. This is our new Tapu Lele here. You play this from your hand to your bench, you search your deck for a supporter. So really, really powerful here. And Crobat, of course, is just turboing out cards in your hand just to draw more. And with that, that is going to take care of the Pokemon lineup. I'll be very careful with this card. But this is not mine, this is Professor K's, and he would kill me if anything happened to that card. Alright, next up we've got our supporter lineup here. It's mostly basic, but with a few spicy techs. So of course, to start off, we are running our 4 Professor's Research here. Common stuff there. Discard your hand, draw 7. Run 3 copies of Marnie. You both shuffle your hand to your deck. You draw 5 if it's your turn, and your opponent gets to draw 4. Running 2 copies of Boss's Orders here. Bring out one of your opponent's bench. Very, very powerful. We are going to be running 2 copies of Raihan here. Now, typically when it came to the V Max decks, you didn't really bother with Raihan, because since you took 3 prizes with that, you were only going to get 1 Raihan per game anyways. But V-Stars only take 2 prizes there. They are not 3 prizes, so you actually have the chance to play Raihan more than once. And if you're able to play Raihan more than once, play it. Like, oh my god, the supporter is amazing. And speaking of supporters, these are 2 tech supporters I'm actually giving a try here right now. There's Sharon's Care, and we've got Roseanne's Backup. Now, Sharon's Care here, you get to put one of your colorless Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. Oh my god. Any damage counters on it. And all cards attached to it into your hand. So it's essentially an Acerola for colorless types, for those of you who remember Acerola. So it's one thing I'm trying out right now. I might up this, I might take it out, depending. And then we have Roseanne's Backup here. Now you get to choose 1 or more, just like with Ordinary Rod. You get to shuffle a Pokemon from your discard pile, a tool, a stadium, and or an energy. So this helps you recycle quite a few things from your deck to your hand. If you don't like this card, you could go ahead and play just the Ordinary Rod. You could play Clara. I'm seeing a lot more decks are taking Clara now too. It's just something I'm trying out right now. I might replace this with Clara. I might take it out entirely. Who knows what the future holds. So that does it for the supporter lineup there. And now for our items, going to be running 4 copies of Quick Ball, and welcome back. We are running 4 copies of Ultra Ball. For those of you guys who've been playing the game for a few years, I don't need to explain this card at all. But for you new guys here, Ultra Ball is an amazing Pokemon searcher. You discard 2 cards from your hand, and you search any Pokemon that you want whatsoever from your deck to your hand. Back in the days of early Sun and Moon, and XY, Black and White, this was the only ball card we played for the most part. Didn't really play any other card because none of the other ones were really all that good. I mean, yeah, we had Pokemon Communication for a bit, and some decks here and there played Great Ball, but Ultra Ball, it was always about Ultra Ball. Right now, I'm seeing decks kind of like iffy with the Ultra Ball lineup. Some are rolling like less than that, like 2, 1 copy. Because we've gotten so much other good searchers, and I get that. I do. So this may not stay at 4, but right now I like it where it is. And we are going to be running 3 copies of Energy Switch. This is mainly due to the Galarian Moltres. As I said, another way of acceleration. You use the Dire Flame Wings, and then Energy Switch, if necessary, to put it to another Pokemon you need that energy to. But of course, having it on the Moltres is by no means bad. We've got 2 copies of Choice Belt here. Oh my goodness, this card is awesome. You attach it to a Pokemon, and its attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon V. Now it doesn't specify any other thing but just V. So it can be V Star, V Max, V Union, V, just 30 more damage. And with that, everything in this deck is 2-shotting everything. Like, even Hoopa here. Where's Hoopa? Yeah. Even the Hoopa here, that brings it up to 200. You're 2-shotting everything. Moltres 2-shots everything. Arceus V and Arceus VSTAR is 2-shotting everything. It only brings up the Arceus V attack to 160. It might one-shot some one-prizers, but I don't know, even with double turbo energy. So okay, so not the Arceus V regular, but all the other cards, you are 2-shotting everything. Some things you're even one-shotting. And we are running 1 copy of EXP Share. Now, anything that you have a lot of energy with when it comes to acceleration, anything like that, I personally feel you gotta at least have 1 copy of EXP Share. Really. And we are going to be running 3 copies of Switch. You can take one of these out for an escape rope. That is also perfectly fine. I just prefer to have the more copies of the Switch because in my experience, most of the time, at least for whenever I played it, escape rope didn't really disrupt my opponent at all. But again, that's just my personal experience. Like I said, if you could easily take one of these out for the escape rope, or not many, but I have seen a couple decks take only run Switch into escape rope. It's whatever you guys want to do. And we are going to be running 3 copies of Collapse Stadium. Now, you do kind of have to play quite a few stadiums in the deck, at least 3 of them, because Path to the Peak will completely kill you. Like, that card's a death sentence for this deck. So you gotta run some counter stadiums here. It could be a Collapse Stadium. I'm seeing people play Training Court. Just whatever fits you. I'm trying this out right now because it's pretty interesting. Each player can have more than 4 bench Pokemon. So pretty much you're both just stuck to 4 bench, which doesn't sound like it hurts that much, but against certain decks, it comes in handy more than you think. Perfect example. If you've got a Lumineon or Crobat V here just dead on your bench, Collapse Stadium actually forces, if you have a full bench, it forces you to discard it, and therefore getting rid of an easy target for your opponent. And again, certain decks, this is a lot more damaging than you. Alrighty, and last up here for basic energy counts, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are running 10 basic dark energy here, along with the 4 double turbo I showed you guys earlier. Now I'm seeing some decks run like 8, 9. I think 10's a good number though, because you always want to have energy about, whether it's from the Arceus to accelerate it in your hand for the baby Galarian Moltres, or just discard fodder for your Galarian Moltres V. So personally, I think having a higher energy count is always worth it. Not to mention all of your attacks are at least 3 energy, if not more, so the more energy, the better. Alright, guys. And that is going to do it for today's deck profile. I am really, really happy that the first Brilliant Stars deck profile got to be the Arceus VSTAR, because this deck right now, guys, oh my goodness, it is taken meta by storm. And once again, I cannot stress this enough, guys. If you don't want to play the dark version, play Dragon. Play Metal, play Fire, play Water, play Grass, play whatever. Any type can work with this. Because, you know, every type wants to accelerate energy. So, literally, you can't go wrong. There's so many possible combinations. Matter of fact, the VMAX that we've been laughing at, Charizard VMAX, that was really just seen more as a collector's card is seeing more play now because of this. Other than this, it is actually becoming more of a legitimate thing. So get those brains working, guys. There are endless possibilities of combinations you guys can do with this. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's deck profile. There should be at least one more for Brilliant Stars on the way, if not more. And with that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Stretch, drink plenty of water, give yourself some breaks, just take care of yourselves, because we love every single one of you guys out there. And with that, hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day.